Hello class 9 children. As you all know, again we are doing part A ICT skills. Now in this today I'll be dealing with the session that is basic computer operations. Now just like you have basic functionalities in every electronic device that you are using, similarly even the computer has some basic functionalities. So first of all, this thing that we'll be discussing is computer hardware and software. Now a computer system, it consists of two main parts, the hardware and the software. Hardware are the physical parts that we can touch and see, and the software are the things that we cannot touch and feel. Basically, hardware is the machinery of the computer, which includes keyboard, monitor, CPU, mouse, then your printer. All these are the various devices that are connected externally to the computer, and they are known as hardware. While the software, which we cannot see, and it is just to make the hardware work the way we want. For example, your software will be the operating system that you are loading, that is your Android operating system, Mac operating system, or Windows. Then all the games that you play, all the applications that are there in the computer, that will be a part of your software. Now both hardware and software, they are very important parts. They are complementary to each other. That means only if software is there, then only your hardware will work, and hardware is there, then only you can load software on your computer. Hardware would be of no use without the software. Now the next thing is operating system. Now operating, as the name suggests, it is the software that helps the computer to operate, to work. This is the software that starts working as soon as you switch on the computer. It displays the desktop on the computer. Now some commonly operating systems for laptops and desktop are Windows, that is Microsoft Windows, Mac operating system given by the Apple company, then your Android operating system that you have in your phones, mobile devices. These all are having operating system that helps them to perform various functions. Now all the computer applications such as browsers, games, office tools, etc. are all included in the software programs, that is the software part that perform a particular function. Now next is starting a computer. Now you must have noticed that when you press the power button on the CPU, the computer takes time to start. Why? Because first thing is that it needs processing behind so that the operating system can load onto the computer. Now the basic functions performed when a computer starts. First of all, it is running a basic program when it starts. That basic program is known as BIOS, that is your basic input output system. Where as soon as you switch on the power button, the BIOS is there to self-test. If the self-test shows that the system is fine, it will load the operating system. You must have noticed that when you turn on your computer, it is taking time. You must have observed that some files are being read, some files are being scanned. So this is all done by BIOS, that is a part of your operating system. The BIOS will then load your operating system. This means that the computer's operating system is now ready to take inputs from the user. That is why we are calling it as basic input output system. Now once the BIOS is loaded and the operating system is loaded, then if your computer is being used by multiple people, you must have made a password to log in. So then we'll be doing login, that is each person will be having his or her own files and applications. To make sure nobody else's see your work, you would have login IDs and passwords. A login ID and password is just like a key to the lock which allows you to use your computer. When you log into the computer with your login ID and password, the computer knows that it is done by an authorized person. Authorized here means the person who has actually made that ID. No other person can use it, and allows you to work on the various applications inside the computer. Once you finish working, you must always log out or sign out so that nobody else can use your computer. And finally, when you have finished your work, it is a good practice to shut down your computer. When you click shutdown button, the operating system will close all the applications and turn off the computer. It will always ask you that whether you want to save your work or not. So this is